I'm ready.
Meet your maker.
Truly revolting.
The rat gives you a malevolent stare.
I'll nest in your soul. I'll kill you stone dead. I'll do you harm. I'll do you harm. I was on the Peacemaker and I'll do you harm at the elbow. I'll do you harm. Huh. Ain't no way out but an hole in the ground, an hole in the ground. Saw nothing, but smelled everything. Smelled life, smelled death, smelled it seeping out of the barrels. Death sailing into the rocks.
The rat crouches low and gives you an evil look.
Ha! Dig your hole wherever you like, dig your hole wherever you like. The void is coming and all is nothing. Dig your hole wherever you like, that's the key.
The rat crouches low and gives you an evil look.
made it all the way here, you creeping little maggots? Have you wriggled up to bow to me? Has Lohar sent you to beg forgiveness for his sins? My lord had faith. He came to me when Lohar failed the queen. And as a reward for my service, he has granted me his favor. He has granted me Mord Akain. You damnable fool! The death fog is not mine to use. I serve my lord in all things. He demanded that I secure the barrels, and now he demands your death. Puppets, strike them down.
Cornered. Agreed. Healing. Please, no! Mercy! Mercy!
The Master Sorcerer throws up his pocked, cracked arms to defend himself as you step forward. The undead dwarf looks quickly over its shoulder, his gaze darting from shadow to shadow.
Of course, anything, just name it. He wanted the Death Fog destroyed. Once he knew his rats had found it in the Peacemaker's wreck, he wanted it destroyed. The greatest weapon Rivalon has ever seen lands in his lap, and he ordered the barrels thrown into the ocean. We couldn't let it happen. We needed it. So I took control. The power gifted to me. The power of Mordecai. The power to bend the feeble-minded to my will, and so much more. It was a gift from... It was a gift. I can't. He'll hear. He'll know. He'll find me. He'll come. You can't help. No one can help. If he makes up his mind, nothing can protect you. I can't tell you.
Mordus takes a step back, looking about in half-crazed panic.
I can't. I can't. Not now. It's too late. It's all too late.
The dwarf visibly relaxes. Perhaps he'll now be a little more helpful.
What? Source?
The skeleton slowly lowers his arms, staring at you in disbelief.
Of course. You're God-woken. You seek power. Ultimate power. And I worried we could not find common ground. Yes, God-woken, I can teach you. If you swear you won't banish me to the afterlife. Praise be. Very well, God-woken. Listen carefully. Source and void, day and night, love and hate. One is meaningless without the other. To grow your source, to achieve your potential, you must embrace the void.
The grinning skeleton reaches into the folds of his robes and pulls out a small black mass. It's covered in veins and oozing pus.
Here, God-woken. Take a bite. The finest meal you'll find in this cave. The heart of a void-woken.
Your god stirs, pushing you to eat it. Do not fear, a voice whispers. Do what must be done.
Perhaps not the most...
The skeleton extends his arm, jiggling the heart towards you. A glob of dark yellow pus oozes through the bones of his palm and drips to the ground. The thick pus explodes into your mouth, coating the inside of your skull. Biting down, you can feel the flesh is tough and gritty. You've never been so grateful to be missing a tongue. Deep within you, you feel something change. Your soul opens up, and you feel it swell as new channels for source start to flow through you. You swallow all you can, and despite the meat in your stomach, you feel a new space inside you, a potential waiting to be filled.
There, I held up my end of the bargain. I did as you asked. And now I'm getting as far from this cave as my bones will take me.
Mordus looks at you in alarm.
God's graves, please be quick. Ah! The Queen! It's the Queen! She saw what Deathfog did to the Black Ring. She saw it destroy the Elven Forest. She said the dwarves needed power like that. And he told me to make sure she got it. He told me to ensure they got to... Arcs. The barrels were going to Arcs. I can't. He'll hear. He'll know. You can't help.
Mordus takes a step back, looking at...
I can't. I can't. Not now. It's too late. It's all too late.
The dwarf sets his jaw and firmly refuses to speak until you ask him something else.
What? No, I can't.
You grab the dwarf's old, brittle arm and follow through with your knee. There's a dry snapping sound as the crumbling bone cracks and gives way.
Ah! No! Stop! Stop! I beg you! I'll tell you.
You relent, and the dwarf stumbles back, cradling his fractured arm and whimpering.
It's him. The one the Seven rejected. The god.
The dwarf is interrupted by another crack. You see his femur has developed a break. The fracture spreads, shearing the bone in two. Mordus stumbles to the ground, oddly silent. He looks up, and you see that his jaw is cracked, broken, and falling to pieces. Fissures are starting to run across his skull, and his ribs start to snap and fall one by one. Mordus reaches out to you, his quivering hand desperately grasping for help until it snaps cleanly in half and falls to the floor. You hear the tiniest whimper from the skeleton before his face caves in, as if smashed with an invisible mace, and the body lies still and silent.
A letter with a dwarf seal.
Fine paper. It looks important.
The dwarves' royal seal? Couldn't be.
Open it at once. This could be valuable.
Boring. The lock's melting away. Mordus turned the key.
And I thought this cave couldn't get any more grim.
I do not want to know what that smell is.
Death, most likely.
Watch your step.
Careful. Spotted a trap.
Junk.
I'm ready.
I'm ready!
feel newfound powers of the source course wildly through your body. Deep inside your soul, your god calls for you. It would be wise to meet with your god again by performing the Meister's ritual, here or in Siva's vault.
Careful now. That's a trap.
The angelic figure stands upon a mosaic that depicts a dragon, or a leviathan. Your eyes flutter closed, and you see what she sees, a reverie, an idyll. This corner of land as it was hundreds of years ago, when only seagulls dwelt upon these cliffs. Warm breezes touch your face, joy your heart.
I might have been wrong about that. Well, stop wasting. With friends and
Beautiful.
intolerant of my needs and not our boy fucking slobbering all over me.
The tigers fly.
A delightful... Very well. But you'll be back, and I'll be right here. Something tells me you're worth the wait.
To your own.
Tell the truth now. Who was he that sent you?
Loha rubs his forehead beneath his hood and stares at the ground. As you approach, his face hardens and he stands at his full height.
So?
Lohar takes the amulet and turns it over in his hand. He pockets it matter-of-factly.
What did you find in the cave? Dead, more dead, and Mordus with them. I owe ya. Whole realm owes you, really, but I'll do my best to settle that debt myself. Take this key. Nicked it from the Whites. It opens a chest in the Magister Barracks, 2nd floor. Be careful getting at it. If they spot you, it'll be lights out. Should be some good stuff in there, though. Real good. I guess there's no hiding it now. It's like this. I didn't sign up to move Death Fog. Other weapons, even soul-forged weapons, sure. But Death Fog? Absolutely not. When we found the bomb on a Magister ship, I was told to ship it to Arx along with the rest of the stuff. But I couldn't. I didn't want my people to have it any more than theirs. Nothing good can come of Death Fog. Nothing. Mordus disagreed, obviously. But thanks to you, he's dead. I'll go destroy the Death Fog bomb myself. Make sure no one can get their hands on it. Ever.
In an instant, Lohar goes completely white.
No! What have we done? Look, Mordus had to go one way or another. I thought I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So yell all you want. I was wrong and I know it. But every second you spend here telling me my sins is a second closer to that bomb going off. I'm gonna do what I can to stop the Queen. I suggest you try the same. Get to Arx. End this before Justinia does.
You're one of us. How could you do it?
You're making this much harder than it needs to be. Tell the truth now. Who was he that sent you?
What's got into you? You're one of us. How could you do it? I almost feel bad for you. Almost.
You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
We ain't gonna keep you around much longer. Do it. Working for the DO, I bet. On with you then.
Don't let...
What is it? I have a lot on my mind. What are you doing with that? Hand it over. That's my property.
He quickly reads over the letter, as though making sure nothing has changed.
Good you brought this to me. I'd hate to think what might have happened to you if you hadn't. Whatever needs doing. Isn't that obvious? That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Didn't get Jalia's body back, though. Maybe one of them beasts took her like they did the sorcerers. Bloody lad. Flapping his gums in the next life, too. That's another little venture of ours. Don't concern you, though. Well, I reckon that's good news. Poor thing. She'll be back in time. She and Anhar were sweethearts. We will, once the Reds turn down the alarm a bit. They're jumpy as all hell for the moment. Won't do anyone any good to raise a ruckus now. Don't insult me. I wouldn't expose my people like that. But if you find out who did it, shake their hand for me.
Come, sister. What did you think was gonna happen?
What's got into you? I almost feel bad for you. Almost.
The thought of death fog gives you pause. A weapon like that should give everyone pause.
Ah, death fog. Instant victory. I always applauded Lucian for using it. A weapon of untold destruction, and you use this against your own kind, knowing it ends their existence? How efficient.
Who wakes up in the morning and thinks, today I'll invent something that'll be able to murder people by the hundreds?